My name is Owen Purcell. I am the MD of AppTechLondon.com. We try to go to conferences as a company 4 times a year. The hardest thing for us is to select the conferences that we think are going to be most beneficial. There are very, very large-scale technical conferences, but we think that the best way is to have a proper goal as to why we're going to a conference. So 4 times a year is roughly where we think is we get the most benefit back from them, as opposed to going to as many conferences as we can. And also we can't have too much time outside of the office. For me, the best conferences are the ones which have the right sort of attendees and the most sort of selected exhibitors. So, as an example, one of the biggest conferences in the mobile space is called the MWC, which is the Mobile World Congress, which is now in Barcelona. That used to be held in Cannes in France, and it was much smaller and much more select. So 5 years ago, it was a really beneficial conference, whereas now almost half the mobile world goes to the conference. So it's incredibly busy and enormous. So we have to make sure when we go there, we're very clear on what we're trying to achieve. But what makes it good is that all the biggest players in the mobile space go there. So in one venue or in one conference, you can really get a sense of how the market's changing, where the market's going, and see a lot of the innovators in that space. So the most important thing for us is who the exhibitors are and the attendees, and obviously if it has nice bars and restaurants and a beach, then that's perfect. We're very lucky to be in a growth market, so we're expanding at the moment. We are recruiting 2 people in the next 8 weeks, so we're going through the interview process at the moment. For us, the most important thing is to employ people that we think fit the company really well. So the interview process, we try to have a very modern approach. Rather than having set questions, we do try to tailor the questions to get the most out of that person. Some people in interviews can be really nervous, so just going through template questions won't always be the best way. But the questions that we ask will always try to establish if they know what we're trying to do, if the interview knows the marketplace and what our competitors do. And also we want to get to know them as a person, because we will spend 2/3 of our lives with them for a year or 2 years or however long. So it's essential we like them and they like us as well. So I think an entrepreneur is someone that has the confidence in their own ability to set up a business and has the belief in their own ability to run a business that becomes successful. What I think makes an entrepreneur successful is it's not just confidence, but it's also having a very clear sense of what they're trying to achieve, and someone that knows the market they're going into very well and can see an opportunity. But essentially it is someone that is extremely hardworking, very determined, and has to have a lot of confidence in their own ability. Otherwise they'll go and work for someone else or work for another company. I do think it is easier to be an entrepreneur today. The internet is a very, very good way to get your products or your business in front of millions and millions of people very quickly. You can build a website within 3 or 4 days that looks professional and therefore start to market yourself very quickly. I still think that the internet doesn't have an impact on how determined someone is or how good their ideas are, but it certainly can help them understand a marketplace and where the gaps are. So for a research point of view, it's a fantastic tool for an entrepreneur to use. So in many ways it does make it much easier. For the last 5 years we're starting to see a good growth within the company. The benefit for us is that we're in a marketplace that's growing, so everyone now is very keen to have a mobile app or to have a proper website which really is designed to work across computer, smartphone and tablet. So it's a really good time for us at the moment, hence why we're expanding.